Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first adventure in our brand new series, Tarot Tales Network. I'm so excited you're here to join us. Today, we're kicking things off with a very special story, the story of the Fool. Are you ready? Let's begin. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town where every day was exactly the same, lived a young man everyone simply called the Fool. Now, he wasn't foolish in a silly way. He was just different. He had a heart full of wonder and a head full of dreams. His best friend in the whole world was his little white dog, who was just as curious and adventurous as he was. Every morning, the Fool and his dog would wander through the town. They'd watch the baker bake the same bread, the carpenter build the same chairs, and the tailor sew the same clothes. "Isn't there more to life than this?" the Fool would whisper to his dog. The townspeople would often shake their heads. "Stop daydreaming, Fool," they'd say. "Why try new things when the old ways work just fine?" But the Fool felt a deep-down boredom, a little ache in his heart for something new, for an adventure he couldn't yet see. He felt like a bird in a cage, longing to fly. One sunny afternoon, as the Fool and his dog sat by the town square, feeling particularly bored, a sudden, playful gust of wind swirled around them. It wasn't just any wind. It felt magical, like it was trying to tell him something. It danced through the streets, picking up leaves and dust, and then, whoosh, it blew a colorful piece of paper right into his hands. The Fool looked down. It was a poster, a magnificent poster of a man in a brilliant costume, holding a wand that seemed to spark with real magic. The poster read, "The Magician. Witness wonders in the city of new beginnings." The Fool's eyes widened. A magician? A new city? A jolt of excitement, like a happy little lightning bolt, shot through him. The wind tugged at the poster again, pulling it gently in the direction of the edge of town, toward the cliffs that overlooked the vast, unknown world beyond. It felt like the wind was calling to him, whispering secrets of adventure and new experiences. It was a sign. He looked at his little dog, whose tail was wagging so fast it was a blur. The dog looked up at him with trusting eyes, as if to say, "What are we waiting for? Let's go." The Fool grinned. The townspeople called him foolish for wanting to try new things. But what if this was his chance? What if being a fool meant being brave enough to follow your heart? In that moment, he made a decision. He wasn't going to spend another day feeling bored. He was going to follow the wind. He stood up, clutching the poster, and looked towards the tall cliffs at the edge of town. It looked scary, but also exciting. He felt a mix of fear and pure joy bubbling up inside him. This was it. This was the start of his real story. With his faithful dog trotting happily beside him, the Fool walked right to the edge of the cliff. He took a deep breath, looked out at the beautiful, wide-open world, and with a whoop of joy, he took a giant leap of faith. He jumped, but he didn't fall. It felt more like flying. He was floating gently down, carried by that same magical wind, on a journey to the city of new beginnings. And so, our Fool leaves his old, familiar life behind, not knowing what he'll find, but trusting that the journey itself is the real treasure. He teaches us that sometimes, the most wonderful things happen when we're brave enough to step out of our comfort zone and trust in the unknown. It's about listening to that little voice inside that whispers, "Go for it." What adventures do you think the Fool will have? Who will he meet along the way? Join us next time on Tarot Tales Network to find out. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss a single step of the Fool's amazing journey. See you soon.